He didn't look like a hero that day, just a tired man in a worn army jacket, pushing a squeaky cart through the aisles of a small-town grocery store. His name was Daniel Hayes, a single dad and former Marine who'd seen too much of the world's cruelty to stay quiet when he saw it again, right there in the cereal aisle of all places. The moment started ordinary enough. He was comparing prices on oatmeal when he heard the sharp, accusing tone from 2 aisles over. "Ma'am, I saw you slip that in your bag," said a store clerk. The voice trembled between fear and authority. "You need to come with me." Daniel didn't mean to get involved. He had his 6-year-old daughter Lily waiting in the cart seat, humming a song about rainbows and stars. But when he looked over, he saw a woman standing frozen near the registers, dark hair pulled into a neat bun, eyes wide, disbelief washing over her face as another customer whispered, "Shoplifter." The clerk's voice grew louder, gathering attention. "Don't make a scene, lady." Daniel could feel something inside him stir, the same feeling he had overseas when he saw an injustice, when he saw someone cornered who didn't deserve it. He left his cart and walked toward them before he even thought about what he was doing. "Is there a problem here?" he asked, his voice steady but commanding, the kind of tone that makes people pause. The woman looked at him then, and for a second, something flickered behind her eyes. Relief, confusion, gratitude, maybe. The clerk shifted nervously. "She was putting things in her bag without paying. I saw it." Daniel looked at the small, worn tote on her arm. It was half open, and sure enough, there was a pack of diapers and baby wipes inside, but also a receipt sticking out from the side. He picked it up gently, scanning the ink. Everything matched what was in the bag. Paid for. Every last thing. He turned back to the clerk. "You should check before you accuse someone," he said quietly. "You just yelled at this woman in front of half the store." The clerk's face went pale. I just thought—" "That's the problem," Daniel interrupted. "You thought." Security was called anyway, and before anyone could stop it, a patrol car rolled up outside. The officer stepped in, saw the woman, and without much thought, reached for her wrist. "Wait," Daniel said firmly. "She didn't steal anything. Check the receipt." The officer gave him a cold look. "Sir, please step back. This is official business." "She didn't do anything wrong," Daniel repeated. His voice had that edge, the kind that comes from war, loss, and the weight of being dismissed too many times. Lily was watching now, clutching her stuffed bear, eyes wide and scared. The officer hesitated, then read the receipt. After a long silence, he released the woman. The tension broke, but the damage was done. People had recorded it on their phones, whispering and gawking. The woman turned to Daniel, still shaking slightly. "Thank you," she said softly. "You didn't have to do that." "Yeah," he sighed, rubbing the back of his neck, "but someone should have." He went back to his cart, trying to shake it off. But something told him this wasn't over. He could feel it, the kind of storm that brews quietly until it hits all at once. That night, after putting Lily to bed, Daniel sat on his porch with a cup of coffee gone cold. He couldn't get the woman's face out of his mind. The humiliation, the disbelief. He'd seen that look in the mirror once, coming home from service to a world that didn't quite understand him anymore. Then headlights flashed in his driveway, a dark sedan. He stood, heart tensing. But when the door opened, out stepped the woman from the store, now in a crisp police uniform. "Mr. Hayes," she said, her tone calm but warm. "I think we need to talk." He blinked, confused. "Wait, you're a cop." "Captain," she corrected gently, almost smiling. "Captain Elena Morales." She paused. "And I owe you an apology for what happened today, and a thank you for what you did." Daniel frowned, crossing his arms. "You don't owe me anything. Just doing what's right." But most people wouldn't, she said. You stepped in without hesitation. That clerk called me a thief. The responding officer didn't even recognize me. I was off duty, and I guess to them I just looked like... She trailed off. She didn't have to finish. Daniel knew exactly what she meant. They talked for hours that night, about how people see what they want to see, about her late husband, killed in the line of duty, about his struggles as a single dad, trying to make ends meet after losing his leg in Afghanistan, about pain and resilience, and the small ways people still show up for each other. And in that conversation, something shifted. Two broken lives quietly aligned, not perfectly, but enough to feel less alone. Weeks passed. A video of the incident had spread online. Someone had posted it with the caption, "Veteran stands up for woman falsely accused." It went viral. News outlets picked it up, calling Daniel a hero, but he didn't care about fame. What mattered to him was that people saw the truth, that judgment can ruin someone's day, or even their life, in a single moment. Elena visited often after that. Sometimes she'd bring groceries or help Lily with her homework. Other times, she and Daniel would just sit in silence, watching the sunset, both of them quietly healing. But one evening, things came full circle. Daniel was walking out of that same grocery store when he saw the same clerk again, this time being cornered by a customer, shouting over a misunderstanding. Daniel stepped in, calm and firm. "Hey," he said gently, "maybe check before you accuse someone." The clerk turned, eyes wide, recognizing him instantly. The memory hung heavy between them. The customer backed down and Daniel just smiled faintly. "We all make mistakes," he said. "What matters is we learn from them." Later that night, he found Elena waiting by his truck. She smiled. "Still rescuing people, huh?" He shrugged. "Just doing what's right." She laughed softly, eyes glimmering. "You know, for someone who claims he's not a hero, you do a pretty good impression of one." He smiled, looking at her, then at the stars stretching endless above them. "Maybe," he said, "I just finally found something worth standing up for." The story of Daniel Hayes and Captain Elena Morales spread beyond their small town, not because of the drama or the video, but because it reminded people of something simple. That decency isn't dead, that kindness still matters, and that sometimes the strongest stand we take is for someone we barely know. And for the first time in a long time, Daniel didn't feel like a soldier fighting alone. He felt like a man who'd found a reason to believe again. Because sometimes the battle we win isn't on a battlefield. It's in a grocery store, in a single act of courage that ripples through countless hearts, long after the moment has passed.